Well, Bob, it's not even December yet, and we're talking transfer portal.
Almost got through a whole season without talking about the transfer portal, and it reared its ugly head today, and it involves a former five-star recruit in the 2018 class. It's not Micah Parsons, though. It is Justin Shorter, the wideout who has really struggled with consistency this season. Made some plays against Ohio State, but it hasn't really developed yet. He is in the transfer portal, according to Pete Thamel of Yahoo.
Yep.
And James was asked about it. I think James is aware of it, but he's made it sound like he's just not quite sure where Justin is in the process at the moment.
Can I ramble a minute to set the whole thing up?
Go ahead.
So James Franklin comes in. He makes two statements. One, giving condolences and thoughts to Greg Mace, his family, which of course we do as well. And the second one, a statement in regards to an outside the line report that involved Dr. Scott Lynch and that ongoing lawsuit. So he said that he had been in a meeting and had not read the outside the lines report yet.
That's right.
It turns out that meeting was related to Justin Shorter potentially, because James didn't really confirm or deny that he's in the transfer portal. He just said it's a conversation that was had. I think it's pretty clear at this point that if he is in the portal, which let's just assume that he is, because if the word's out there, as soon as your name hits that portal, coaches across the country are going to see it. The word gets out. There's no secrecy to it like maybe we thought there would be. So if you do it before the regular season even ends, I think it kind of tells you all you need to know.
Yeah. Now Lamont Wade was thinking about that and was in the portal. He came back. Anything's possible. It would not. I don't think it's very surprising if he is indeed thinking about maybe getting a fresh start somewhere else. I'm sure Penn State will go all out to try and keep him, but it just hasn't been a great year for Justin. He's obviously talented. He looks the part of a guy that should be helping this team. It just hasn't come together yet, and we'll see what happens with him. Some other news. That is the news. Sean Clifford's health. James said it's probably going to be a game time decision for the Rutgers game. And if you really think it through there, Greg, I think the smart play. I know Sean wants to play, and James talked about that. He's like Trace, tough to drag off the field. If he plays, it's a cameo, and I think Will Levis is probably going to have to be the quarterback. And James continues to talk about the fact this has been 3 or 4 games in the making. When you run the player 103 times, and you run him as much as you did in the Indiana game, he's been a very big part of the rushing attack, and I think the Bills come due, and I think he needs time off to heal for the bowl game. Yeah,
I don't disagree with you at all. I think he's just beat up. He's tired. He's done pretty much as he could to will Penn State to this point over the last few weeks while playing clearly at not 100% according to James Franklin. So, do they maybe give him a couple of series just for the heck of it? I wouldn't be shocked if they do that, but I'm with you. Wouldn't be shocked either if Will Levis just starts this game, plays almost the whole thing. But this is a chance to get Taquan Roberson and Michael Johnson Jr. some work, too. They're a 40-point favorite for a reason.
Yeah. Just a couple other things. James kind of also went out of his way to mention Penn State's strength of schedule this year.
Yeah.
He talked about 3 different analytical or organizations who have judged them either in the top 10 or number 1 overall, 3, 10, and 1 in terms of strength of schedule. And I think what James is getting at is to be in position to go 10-2 in the regular season, and both losses you were very competitive. Ohio State and Minnesota, and the last since October, it's been a really incredible ride for this team in terms of the teams they've played. Just a reminder, I think that they've really probably played about as consistent as they could have considering their schedule this year.
Yeah, no doubt. Obviously, I think there'll always be a certain level of disappointment when they don't make or in contention to make the title game or the college football playoff. But to be 10-2 in all likelihood is something that I think very few people predicted. They've won some games that I know at least I personally thought they would lose.
Right.
So it's been an interesting year for this group. I think there's obviously some areas where they need to be better. There's probably some areas that they're better than we thought they would be. So this is a weekend for them to sort of go out and get a win that makes everyone feel pretty good heading into December, and also send off a 16-member senior class with some good thoughts and feelings during their last game at Beaver Stadium.
Okay, so it's Thanksgiving weekend. The players are going to be at coaches' houses. There's a lot of players that maybe live pretty far away, so they're going to be eating and feasting. Just a couple of notes, and I want to get your thoughts. James Franklin is a sweet potato pie guy over pumpkin pie, and it is dark meat over white meat for James. What's your instant analysis?
I think he shared those thoughts for like the last 5 Thanksgivings. I'm going to
We
go
just
back.
Haven't talked about it enough, though.
Exactly. I'm going to go
Among
back and
other
look
things.
at the tape, but I'm pretty sure that's been discussed before. He's a big sweet potato pie guy.
Yeah.
So, no, I think it's cool that they bring, the position coaches, the head coaches, bring these guys together. It's obviously one of the few holidays they have a chance to sort of be together as a family without travel or other things impacting their schedule. So, it's good.
I'm an apple pie guy, by the way, but that's a story really for another time.